Welcome to the Locker, Season 4, Episode 28. I'm A. White along with V. Styles. Had to say white. I want to see somebody keep talking about these gray hairs. I want to see all these gray hairs. Well, I guess they so gray when you get up in front of the camera. All right. Hey, that's
you better be transparent.
yes, sir. We in football season, and it is what it is. Van was all giddy last week. If he was giddy last week, he got to be giddier this week. Giddy up. Where you at? Where your status at, man?
I'm like, damn, when? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a true football fan. I'm starting to realize that I might not be a true football fan because NFL preseason, I don't even watch anymore because it's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time. Damn starters get one series. What do you learn? I don't learn anything from it. As a guy who balled his ass out in Ireland against Pittsburgh Steelers, it don't mean shit because the game changed. I don't think people understand. The game speed is utterly different between preseason and regular season. So I don't know, man. I need the season to start like yesterday for college because college we don't have college week 1 is real football. So that's what I'm waiting for. Because it's taking too long. I need some football, real football.
Hold on.
Oh, it's just me? Oh, okay.
No, I was trying to. Oh Lord. Let me get my notes.
Uh-oh.
Because I am a true host. I do.
Hey, we got notes now?
Yes, sir. Monday to Tuesday practice. We talked about this last week. No, we didn't talk about this last week. We talked about it on Sunday morning. That's the thing that messed me up at the show. I got one FCC show, and then I got this show. But we gotta censor our language because I do work in the school system, and I was told that the content I do on my personal time can affect my bottom line. Yeah, I don't own companies like you. I do, but my company I own the same shit we own. But I'm just saying.
Ooh, you better watch yourself.
I don't know if we that deep off into the. Yeah. So Liam Cohen says, we look better today, which means we look. And then there was comments made yesterday that we had some improvement to make. Like I'm gonna tell you this A. White Devan talk. This ain't me in the streets talking to people I run into, ask about the team. This is A. White Devan talk. Liam seemed a little bit concerned. He seemed a little bit concerned about execution.
Was that Liam today? You know how they say USA today? Was that Liam saying that today, like Wednesday, August 16th today, or yesterday?
You do remember Liam. You do remember somebody telling you when Liam came in, he looked in the cupboards, and the Angel Mima wasn't in there. It was some Kroger brand. You know, some stuff wasn't in there.
So Aldi brand.
Yeah. But so he came in there looking like, hey, this ain't the store I came into before. I think he thought he was walking in Dollar General and wound up going into Aldi's. I don't know what y'all got down there. Maybe Save a Lot.
Hey, we have. You said Dollar General. Everything a dollar store. That's what we got. That's probably
Family Dollar. Y'all got Family Dollar down there. I know.
Family Dollar and Dollar General or what and what?
Same day. No, what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep you on the same wavelength.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep everything on the same wavelength. Yeah.
Wow. So what you telling me is that the O-line still ain't O-lining? Because that's the only group you can. That's the only group you can talk about. The O line ain't O line, and then
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. O line might not be O line. They might not be Big Blue O line. But whatever the O line is doing is not allowing Devin Leary to Devin Leary.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's where I'm at with it. And it might not be because receivers is kosher, and we still kind of, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm kind of stuck, man.
Hold on. For everybody who's watching, there's something that Anthony wants to say, but he can't say it. And what he want to say and what he can't say ain't good for the.
No, it ain't. This ain't one of them. This ain't them.
Okay.
This ain't one of them. This ain't one of them. I'm listening to talks. I talked to Coach Stu about about an hour or two ago. I was going to ask him to come on and give us an update. Matter of fact, I am going to give us the State of the Union on UK football. Hold on. No, his comments just wasn't. His comments just wasn't, man. Man, we got Alabama coming in here, Florida coming in here, Tennessee coming. Hey, we got everybody and their mama coming in here.
You saying a lot without saying a lot.
I'm concerned. That's why I'm concerned.
Okay, that's all. Okay.
I'm concerned.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the great part. This is why I say I love the schedule. Although some people say, oh, well, it's so back heavy. I think this team needs to have a back heavy schedule. We need to get these feet dipped in some. I don't know what I don't want to say it that way. We need to go against some live bullets against some teams who are coming to the gunfight with some knives first. So let's see if this musket is okay before we have to pull out the real artillery for the big boys. So we will find out real soon. We'll find out real soon if these concerns are going to carry on from last year to this year. Because if so, it will suck because talent-wise, we are too damn good to be suffering offensively.
Yeah. And I don't know if you heard about in Missouri, they passed some type of legislation where if a kid goes to state college, high school, if they commit to a high school, they can start making NIL. I don't know if y'all heard that. So I'm in a room full of football sports minds. I'd say we effed up. If Georgia and Tennessee and Alabama and Florida start their players at home, and Ohio State, Cincinnati, and Kentucky, man, no disrespect to y'all, us. No disrespect to us. But if it come to you paying your own to stay home, we getting a short end of the stick.
I would say this. I've made this hard statement many times before. I would say this though. It ain't gonna affect Alabama, Georgia. It might affect Florida a little bit because kids are starting to leave there. It ain't gonna affect Louisiana, Miami, and Texas because those big time kids are already going to the school. Most of them kids are staying in state anyway. All the Georgia players are pretty much from Georgia.
Right.
Now the problem is, see, I don't think the thing about Missouri, they are better high school producing state than
I
we
ain't worried
are.
about Missouri. I'm just saying the state, that was the state that came up. I ain't worried about Missouri.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to affect that much because they already stand. The only cool part about it is that as a high school senior, Anthony, hold on, man. Hold on. Now you just got me thinking. Anthony, you're a high school senior. You signed December of, well, I guess you can't sign until when? I can commit. Okay, well, never mind.
They got several signing dates now, so don't
Yeah,
ask
it
me.
was December. So is it signing or committing? Which one is it?
Because you're right. Because the signing date is really close to starting date, so you're only gonna get 6 months of work.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it? I gotta look. I
didn't read the verbiage. I didn't read
because if it's just signing date, yeah, you ain't getting that much money. You only got, like you said, a few months. What I was gonna say is that will sign. Is that will I play hard that year? Because I already get my NIL money.
Yeah,
I might put that thing on cruise control.
We don't want you anyways. If you just playing for that NIL, we don't want you anyways. Because that NIL is supposed to hold you over till you get to the water, to water. You can pick up all them raindrops, them little dollars here and there. No, but my thing is, if that's what you after, you trying to get to the mountaintop. Let me see.
Yeah, you have to sign.
Kentucky will always be screwed on NIL. Most likely contributors are season ticket holders. Mitch has done too good of a job for the last 20 years, giving fans ways to monetize their commitment. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
All right, all right. Now here's the deal. All right, because the thing is signing day, but the thing that they say is the real nugget in this thing is that now the coaches can talk about the NIL to high school kids.
Oh, so I didn't know they couldn't in the beginning.
Right. So can
Kentucky, I thought they say we got an NIL. I want you to talk to so and so over here in this office. That's what I thought we was on.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I guess you still studying, so I ain't gonna keep on.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what's the benefit. Like, are people getting out?
Keep your players in state. I guess the money comes back into universities. If you go to a game in Baton Rouge in Louisiana, fans come in from out of town. Where they gonna go? They gonna leave Baton Rouge to buy food, hotel. I'm telling you, the only reason I say that because I know the impact LeBron had on Cleveland.
Right.
Shitty ass city.
Right. No, I feel you. But here's my deal though. This is what I'm seeing. It'll be something if you was getting that money during the season. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get that money after December, whatever. So it's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like a NFL contract, right? Do you take your upfront money early, or do you want to push it back a little bit?
Yeah, you're right.
As a high school player, though, that means Missouri better come off their ass on the NIL money, because there's some other schools, right? That, all right, let's say I'm the best receiver in the state of Missouri. Let's say I'm from a suburb of St. Louis.
West Florissant.
Huh?
West Florissant.
Okay, okay. And let's say Missouri can offer me money. I can start collecting January 1. Let's say it's $1 million. Let's just say that. What's that divided by 12? Whatever that is divided by 12, I get that starting January $1 million. Huh?
Why don't you just say $12 million? And that way it can be divided by 12.
Okay. $12 million. All right. I get $1 million starting January 1, right? But what if I want to go to Bama? And Bama's going to offer me $10 million starting February, I guess. No, starting May. I guess I'm starting May. But I go to Bama. Bama shows the list of NFL players. It's kind of like Cal. List of NFL players, list their contract, list the amount of money they make. Is that going to really deter me from going to Alabama? If I'm that dude?
Yeah, they're right. If you're not, yeah, if you that dude, but if you third or fourth in line, you might stay home.
Right,
but
people
get back.
But are they creating this bill for third, fourth, fifth guy? Or are they creating this bill for 1, 2, 3 guy?
I don't even think it has nothing to do with athletics. I think you see that's what they got. Hey, they are marketing people like you.
Okay.
All they want to do is get that money. All they want to do is get that money. And that's all they trying to do is get the money from their pockets or our pockets to their pockets. So keeping whatever players making our state teams, I don't know. I think it does have something to do with them collaborating with colleges and on a certain point. But I think at the end of the day, they want to keep that in-town money. And like I said, the only thing I can relate it to is LeBron, his impact on Cleveland. And I'm talking about Cleveland was a asshole. It was a shithole.
Yeah.
Then LeBron, we got a casino there.
Right.
Hall of Fame might have been there before. I think they came by the same time as LeBron too. So,
I'm just now you just got me thinking about it. I don't think it's gonna help that much. Will it? Sure. But they just ain't producing that many high caliber athletes to really make a difference. Not like they got 10 4-star, 1 5-star, 2 5-stars, and so that's 12. And I say 8 out of 12 are going to Texas and Arkansas and Louisiana, and they're only able to keep 3 or 4 of their high caliber players at home. I don't think they're producing that many. Now, do they have 5-stars? Sure. They have kept some 5. I know they kept their receiver a couple years ago there. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's going to make that big of a difference.
If they the first ones to do it, man, here's what I think you missing. If they the first ones to do it, I'm scrounging for my pennies. Yeah. I want to keep mine here.
That's true.
You acting like it's them thinking about Florida. No, we ain't thinking about Florida. We ain't thinking about Texas. We ain't thinking about California or Ohio. We are thinking about keeping as many dollars in this state as we can.
Right.
And like I said, I think you do have a point. Shit, Louisiana. Well, see, I don't know. Louisiana, them Geechees, they don't leave down there too much.
Yeah,
that's Louisiana people stay in Louisiana for some reason.
Louisiana
I heard too many Louisiana people going to Midwest, huh?
No, you're right. Except my dumb ass. You were right. It ain't that many.
You ain't go Midwest, but you went north enough.
I went north, south, Midwest. That's what I went.
Mid southwest, mid southeast,
mid southwest, mid southeast. All right. It seems good. I would say this. I like their effort because that's a damn good effort. That is, if they didn't go far enough though. They didn't go far enough because if they went to somewhere where you can, I guess they couldn't go that way to change the signing date. They need to go a place where you can commit, and on your day of commitment, when you commit to Missouri, we're going to start your NIL there. Now, you're not going to get the money because you're not eligible, but if you commit on June 16th, we're going to accrue that money, and if you actually sign and step foot on campus, you get that money.
Yeah. Just like I said, the NIL shit, if it's big NIL money, hold it till they done. Like,
yeah.
Because people act, and us as both athletes, I don't like athletes being exploited when you done. Now you got to work 10, 15,
right.
$20 hour job when you done got a company billions of dollars.
Right.
So
I agree.
Hold the money and you give me it on the back. If I graduate, and that's the setup for players to graduate, do what they got to do. If you make it to the NFL, damn that money. But all my boys have went back and got their degree anyways, except Tim Couch. He may not need a degree. Maybe he did. I don't know. I ain't gonna throw that on him. I will say this. Pause for the cause. Limestone Farm is Tim Couch's bourbon. I go in the store the other day. I've been there. Hey, what's going on? I'm Anthony White. Yes, Mr. 1500. Caught. I rushed in and received for 1500 in my career. I would like to buy a bottle of your best bourbon. I look over in the cabinet and they say, what would you like? I said, well, Tim Couch got a bourbon. Who's Tim Couch? Oh,
no.
I'm in hell of a predicament at this point. He was a football player, first pick overall in the draft from Kentucky. Yeah, I don't know. Let me look. So she pulls out her phone. I'm saying I just want to buy his bourbon. I'm going to a little party, little situation. We do. Yeah, it says we have 5 bottles. It's $135. Huh? I'm not disrespecting it, but I'm just saying, huh? So, if it's $135, it's either right here or it's in the case over there. We walk over to the case, boom, boom, and I see F and the L interlocks, something like that. When I'm like, that might be let me check. A little generic label. That's it, right there. $135. I get a player's discount. That's the price, buddy. Oh, I'm gonna talk to Tim about getting me a. So, anyways, Limestone Farm Brewery bourbon is 100. That was 135 for them. Some people got up 150. I don't know how I got onto this tangent from the original story.
NIL, I was talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people in the state get money. Whoop, whoop. So I'm just saying, it may hurt Kentucky. If it goes to states doing NIL deals, it might hurt Kentucky. I think it will hurt Kentucky. But it ain't gonna. We will. I do think Vince and them still will be able to steal people out of Ohio, and I think that's been our biggest thing. Like we get a player or two out of Tennessee, a couple out of Georgia. We've been eating out of Ohio and Michigan. Yeah. So, but you got only game in town you got in Michigan is Michigan. Like nobody trying to go Central Michigan. Well, Michigan State maybe, but you do got to come through Penn State.
We have now we're just going on a totally tangent. This is why I love this show, because we just go as the flow goes. The recruiting thing, man, is kind of crazy now though. You said Ohio, right?
Right.
We ate in Ohio when Urban Meyer was recruiting there nationally. When Ryan Day came, he started focusing back on the state. So then we started going elsewhere. We got Liam Cohen, we got Brad White. We have been killing the East Coast a lot recently. I mean, Will Levis from the East Coast.
Yeah.
We got some D linemen, got some DBs from the East Coast. We've been kind of eating everywhere now, from Kentucky, South and East. Shit. Yeah, but Michigan, we have been eating. Isn't Dion from Michigan?
Yep. Cass Tech.
And we've been getting DeAndre Square. And we've been picking the right ones, though. See, that's something else that this staff need to get credit for. Is we go to these other states and we pick the right ones. I don't know if you remember during our day, people forget we was eating up. We was getting a shit ton of players from Georgia and Florida.
Oh yeah,
we were eating Georgia and Florida up like shit. a damn powerhouse. Did we find some good ones in there? Yeah. But did we find some bad ones in there? Yeah. There's a lot of good ones that we've been plucking from other states nowadays.
I didn't even think about that. Would you be mad as a football player that Shane Sharp collected NIL the whole time he was here?
No, he did not. Oh, fuck that. Oh, I'm pissed.
Why you pocket watching? Like, why would you care?
No.
Why you
No. Because he ain't fucking do shit.
Hey, Fayette County Public Schools, Van does not work for y'all. So his thoughts are his thoughts alone. And I will repeat that all times.
Hey, what I'm gonna start doing now is when I say something inappropriate, I'm gonna say, this is from Van. That's bullshit. Okay, you heard that? I said that's bullshit. This is from Van, that's bullshit. That's Van's talking. I don't mind, right? Let's say if Shaden Sharp came here and had an injury. Let's just say you just bullshit an injury. That's Van talking bullshit an injury. And he says, that's my ankle, right? At least you can say he attempted to play and he collected his money. He had no intentions on playing. And he's collecting money. That's a problem.
He was going to collect it from somewhere. Why not collect it from us?
Well, let him collect it from wherever else from Canada.
You sound like Jack Pilgrim and them KSR guys, man.
Well, I do have to make an announcement. I have.
I'm going to make that announcement too. Huh?
I'm just joking. I was going to say, KSR has asked me. No, I'm just joking.
Nah, you probably gonna hear me on KSR in the next couple of weeks. I've had a conflict issues to the past 2 offers.
Okay.
So you probably will hear me on that. And I'm not. I mean, shit, Van do more appearances than I do. Because Van's a numbers guy. Because Van thinks numbers rule the world. Van thinks, I ain't even gonna say I had it with Van thinks if I run a 4.3, then I'm better than the player that runs a 4.5. I know Van don't think that. I'm just saying. But Van,
I got time.
That's what numbers people say.
No, I got time. You ain't got time. You actually doing something that with kids that are changing the damn path of some of these kids in the community. I'm not doing shit but at home work.
I do have a question for you. I do have a question, my man. Do you know who Jaquez Keys is?
I found out today.
You're going to learn today. And if y'all don't know who Jaquez Keys is, y'all going to learn today. Jaquez Keys Van House is from Ironton, Ohio. You know who else is from Ohio?
Benny Snell.
You know who else?
Chris Rodriguez.
No, he's from Georgia. Lynn Bowden.
Lynn Bowden.
Well,
okay.
You know what's from Ohio? Big Dog.
I know
Mike Edwards.
Mike Edwards. Lamont Smith. Jeff Snedeker.
Keep riddling them off. Keep riddling them off.
Carlos Collins. Melvin Johnson. Yeah. Melvin Johnson.
Oh. All right. Enough said. Jaquez Keys, Keyes, Keys, is from Ohio, Ironton, Ohio. A little bit central, a little bit west. So ain't quite Columbus, ain't quite Cincinnati, ain't quite Cleveland, ain't quite even Columbus. There you go. Scott Gregory got it. That's the one.
Damn. Twinsburg Heights. My bad. I forgot about
Twinsburg Heights. Nick Saban. What's the dude that coached at Ohio State?
Ron
got in hard trouble.
Oh, Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer. All of them. All the greats from Meyer. Okay, so my whole point is So we got the kid. So he commits to Wisconsin. Say, you know what? And I ain't trying to go to Wisconsin. Big old dude, what is he about?
6'1", 2+.
6'1", 207,
Yeah.
210.
He I saw
Nice
highlights.
guy, nice guy. He can
Yeah,
play linebacker, play running back, whatever you want to play. You can't play corner, you can't play quarterback or receiver, but you can play whatever else you want to play.
Hold on, you could have played corner when I played.
Facts. All facts here. Hey, facts are not optional here. All facts are not optional here. He decides he don't want to go to Wisconsin. I'm gonna go to Wake Forest. He likes schools to start with W's. Apparently, he heard it was a running back / DB who came from Ohio whose name started with a W and said, I'm going to go to Kentucky after he decided to transfer before we even got into the whole summerish, fallish preseason camp. He transferring from Wake Forest. He's transferring from Wake Forest.
Right.
But he said he don't sure he want to play football. I'm gonna give y'all a drop. And Van can attest to this. I don't know why I'm gonna rely on Van, because every time I ask Van about this type of thing, Van act like he don't care. And this is why me and Van didn't get along when he played, because Van didn't care about nobody but himself. I'm not saying he was selfish in that matter. Hold on. Van was there on a purpose. I'm not saying you didn't care about nobody. I'm saying Van was there on a purpose. He got his grades, he got his books, he didn't hang out with us, and he did his thing. But Van, the kid from Ironton Keys says at Wake Forest he didn't want to play football no more. I'm gonna bullshit you not. I don't know if you remember the linebacker we had from above Columbus, Broward Snedeker was from. That was my roommate. I called my mom them, and when you got laid out by Chris, the big tight end.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, and I was the DB in the room. I said, I don't want to play football no more. I told my mom I don't want to play football no more. I'm talking about, I never unpacked my bag my whole first semester. Like, no, I ain't even unpacked my bag. I just wore UK gear. So my mom and my grandma and my aunt was like, well, you don't put this much work in, you got to go through it. I'm like, well, look, y'all not doing the work. I'm the one doing the work. I'm done playing football. And they talked me in the stand, and my cousin was like, who was a year older than me, she was like, I'm telling you, once kids start getting on campus, you will, you'll get used to it. You'll like it. So she's like, just at least give it a month. So everybody I talked to said, at least give it a month for me. So my whole family on my back. That's why I respect Twinsburg so much. Like, the whole family on my back. So I'm like, well, all right, I give it a month. Man, the babes start coming on campus. I'm about the red shirt, so I got plenty of time on my hand. Oh, you play football? Gray sweats, this, that, and the third. Anyways, so the whole idea when people act like, well, he said he didn't want to play football anymore, like, no, no, that was me. That was me. And if I had a mama like my roommate, John Lipscomb was his name. And I don't know if this is appropriate on social media, but if my mom would have said, baby, come on home, baby, don't worry about it, then I might have been back home doing whatever. And we wouldn't have this podcast right now. Unless Van connected with Jack Pilgrim.
He's stupid. Hey, no, I understand. And I want to clarify a couple things.
I thought Nick Saban. It was Urban Meyer I was thinking about. I was thinking about a great.
Chris Davis didn't fucking lay me out. I laid Chris Davis out, and we just hit each other. And I can tell you the damn play. And he didn't run over me. It was a collision, and he was 250, and I was about 185.
You weren't that little. Was you that little?
Yeah, I was that year.
I never know you were that small.
Yeah.
No.
He fell. I fell. He got up. I didn't get up. That's the difference. He got up. I didn't get up. Yeah.
No, that was no knock. Honestly, that was
No,
no
no,
knock.
no,
I'm
no.
telling you, that was a true story. That's a true
No,
story. I was a
I'm
DB,
just,
and I was like, damn, if I'm the one laying the licks and I can get hurt, no, I'm that was no knock on my
no,
man.
I got you.
No, man.
I'm just that was trying to give me time to think. I'm just. Do you think he said that so he can get out of Wake Forest easier?
Nah, I think that's reality. And Wake Forest ain't got nothing going for him. And here's the thing, man.
What didn't
Hold
Wake
on.
Forest win? Hold on. When they had that quarterback, didn't they just win 10 games a couple years ago? I'm just asking.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this on our podcast. We're gonna do this. We're gonna act like we don't know what's real. We act like we don't know what's real and what's fake. We're gonna do that.
I'm just asking. Personally, I just had a track meet in Greensboro, and we stayed close to Wake Forest. And it's a damn good campus. I'm just, that had to be 20, it's 23, 20, last year.
But no, here's the thing though, man. Here's the thing you missing, I think. And you got to give credit. And Stu ain't called me back, so he must be dealing with the baby girl. So the thing you missing is that it might not so much be the city. You got to understand if I would have knew Elliot Uselak, and the people that recruit me, and Elliot, this is one thing I don't even think you realize.
That's
Elliot Uselak recruited me at Colorado.
Yeah, you told me that.
So if I would have knew you was gonna get me here and not work with me or care for me,
right?
Because as a teenager, and that's what I think that's why I built such a tough skin. Like, no, you got to figure this shit out on your own. Because I became the person I have because I had a lot of people say you got to figure this shit out on your own. So, bottom line is, people are saying it could be fake to get out of it. There's a reality to it. That's all I want to point out, that there is a reality to it. I'm not saying that he didn't fake it to get out of it. And that is a testament to our staff. Stu, White, all them coaches over there. Will, and the biggest of the big dogs. Big dog will make sure that you feel home, like you love. Like they recruit it in the crate. Van, I don't even know if you know this. We ain't even recruit him.
Oh,
he was not even he wasn't even one of our prospects.
Oh,
like he wasn't on our board, so that's interesting. And somebody just typed out, who is he, a linebacker or a running back? I ain't seen a lot of his. I haven't watched any of his film. Looking at him, he looks more linebackerish. He looks a lot more top heavy. But
okay, I'm in agreement with that. I looked at his film. He reminds me of he's like he's a bigger C-Rod.
He got any shape, any hips, any wiggle or hips?
He got there.
So he linebackers then, scraping, destroy.
He's got a little something. It ain't great, but he's got something. So I was for you to say he's a linebacker, I feel a little bit better, but he can play runner. I'm not gonna lie, he can play running back. He's just
with the classes, with the people we got and the classes we got coming in.
Well,
the kid from Florida.
All right, but the way I saw him run, he's a power runner. So you kind of need that short yardage back if you can get him.
That ain't me, man.
That's not me either.
I need when I put that ball in your belly, man. I want the referee to give it back to us.
I'm in agreement with you, But you know how we have become enamored with that style of running back the last couple of years.
So here's the problem. And CC143 did say it. I did hear that. He went to Wisconsin as a running back. He committed to Wisconsin as a running back. Went to Wake Forest, and Wake Forest had him as an LB. And he wanted to be a running back. They act like so. There was a lot of stuff. And Van, I don't know if you know this. You do know this. That Ohio State. My problem with Ohio State was that they wanted me to play DB. I told my high school coach I wanted to play running back, and he said Ohio State wants you to play DB. I said, well, I want to see if Michigan let me play running back. Ohio State didn't want to see what Michigan said. So here's the thing, Van, and you know this. When I come to Kentucky, what position I wound up playing my freshman year?
You wound up playing DB.
So it might be one of those circumstances. Me and them seem to have a mirroring thing, and things ended up well for me as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's just like my man. It's just like I got a couple. Damn, man. RIP to both of these guys. Jimmy Williams went to Vanderbilt as a running back.
Yeah,
became a corner. Yeah. K. Frank supposed to go to Florida with LSU as a running back. Went to Southern. He moved to DB. So shit happens, I guess.
Yeah. No good on that. He may end up A-Dot's favorite quarterback who transferred to him many times. Finally ended up at LOL as a tight end. Who was that? Who? I know the story. Who wound up becoming the tight end? Oh,
Snedeker? No, he said
dude from Auburn that transferred to us.
Oh, Joey?
Yeah. I think Joey Gatewood wound up playing tight end after he done moved around 1,000 times. He was my favorite quarterback. I felt like he was the best option. So, it's not. All I'm saying is, when I looked at, here's the thing, and we're not gonna get political on here because we never get political. But when I look at our presidential candidates, I'm like, this shit's bad. This is real bad. All we doing is picking the least of worst bads. So when I picked Joey Gatewood as our historic cornerback, I was looking at him, man, this dude big, solid. He ain't gonna get injured. We know we got whoop-de-whoop. So no, I didn't think Joey was cut from the Tim Couch or
Andre
Woodson cloth, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So
hey, I'm gonna say
I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm looking at his offer sheet.
Who?
Jaquez Keys.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense. He went to Wake Forest unless Wake Forest offer him to play running back, unlike everywhere else. Because he was offered by all Big Ten schools. I mean, not all of them.
Any
SEC?
SEC?
Close to home. Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa.
Ohio State?
No.
See, that's odd, though. How Michigan offer you an Ohio State don't?
Because I don't think he's not explosive. He ain't explosive.
Depending on where you see him playing at. No SEC schools?
No.
Okay.
So on his offer list, so I'm thinking, I mean, all the schools are, I mean, every school is Midwest and East Coast except Coastal Carolina and Wake Forest. So we had two options to venture away from the Midwest, and who offered them. In Pittsburgh,
Kentucky ain't nothing but they said Kentucky ain't nothing but 2 hours then. So he right there.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just
that was the other stipulation on me going to college. My mama said she got to be able to drive to see me play.
Facts.
So it was so we got the same thing. Maybe you can come here and ball out. My offer looks a whole lot better than that, but I'm just saying.
Okay, I got a question. Since we talking about Mr. Keys, does this have anything to do with our boy Lavelle Wright? Because you just bringing another guy on campus, another guy in that room. I mean, if you know what you mean, you know what I mean. Because
big 7-footer.
Because you just brought up something that made me think. We didn't recruit him, so it's not like Big Dog keeping in contact with a guy whom he wanted and keeping that connection and communication line open in case he wants to come back.
Right.
We don't have that as a backdrop of why he's coming here. So is it a reason he's coming here because Lavelle Wright hasn't progressed as I know I thought he would? He's not progressing like they think, and now we got another guy who can maybe push him or maybe leapfrog him.
Yeah. I heard A&M took this season.
Damn. Oh, how can you leave from the portal? Can you leave? I don't know. I don't know the portal rules. That seems weird. You pick me up from the portal, and season hasn't even started, and now I'm leaving again.
Is it if you don't actually play or enroll, then that might not even really be a real joint. But they got to get some control over this stuff, man. Shit, the way A&M had the best class and the way they performed, shoot, man, y'all should be lucky. Anybody want to play for y'all? Let me get back to our regular schedule program, because you know A. White come with the questions and the answers. What? So we are talking in practice. They were talking in practice about the best quarterbacks in Stoops' era. And then, I mean, obviously, Freddie Maggard throws Devin Leary at the top. You got any arguments there before I move any further?
I think he will end up there, but I can't say that. He hasn't fucking played a game. So I'm going to say no.
If you got a prop bet, a lucrative prop bet, what would you take?
Yeah.
That he would be more successful than Will and anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's kind of where I think everybody was at. And the one thing is, he threw 35 touchdowns in 2013 2021 season, 5 interceptions. So it's kind of like, well, hold on, man. Let me go back to this. We're gonna get back to that. Wright probably gone. Hate to say it, but in state, but he can't see him getting any PT. When Wright has touched the field, this dude has been dynamic. And one thing, Van House give me tons of credit for some reason. I don't know why. Because he's smart. Or he knows good football. Listen, no, I'm telling you this. You have been one of the few people. Man, I'm telling you, the only person ever told me what I did in that Louisville game. I knew what I did in that Louisville game. My mama knew what I did in the Louisville game. Okay. And my uncle. You the only one. Man, we was out of the game. They put you in Couch in. Not saying that me and Couch came there together. But my whole point is, Lavelle Wright has done nothing but made plays.
Yeah. Fact.
Now, our offensive line was terrible last year. So he ain't behind Benny and AJ and C-Rod. But so now people in the tweet are saying that, I can't see Lavelle Wright. Y'all, I'm telling you, I was moved down to 3rd, 4th, or 5th on the depth chart. And now y'all might be there. I should have stayed there. Y'all might feel like I never felt like that. And as soon as I got an opportunity to show myself, I showed myself. And Van can tell you I was showing myself in spring.
Yeah.
I was just underclassmen. So it didn't take any credit. So I'm saying, when y'all keep saying, Wright, well, he's not going to fit in. And he may never get the chance. I'm telling you, he may never get the chance. I am telling you firsthand that the kid ain't as bad as as a film or whatever.
No.
Now, we had some good backs. That is one of the problems. We got some good backs.
Right.
But he has not put any bad film out to me. He ain't put nothing bad out. He's caught the ball, made play. He's ran hard. Somebody said him not putting in the effort. I would like to think that the only position I can tell you that is absolutely true is that defensive line. If you don't put in the effort, you're not going to play. A lot of other coaches ain't got the balls to do that.
I mean, here's the point. This is what I'm gonna say, and this is why I said it. Terry Wilson not even close to being the best, and I'm a Terry Wilson fan.
Come on, man.
Oh, I'm a Terry Wilson fan.
Family gonna get on your ass.
I'm a Terry. When Terry Wilson was playing, who was the guy on his side?
Yeah.
But when you put them all in a row, if all right, we're gonna put Devin Leary 1. I'm gonna go somewhere where
you gotta start with Will now because Devin Leary ain't played. You gotta start.
Well, I mean, but you said prop bet, so we're gonna go Devin Leary 1. I'm gonna surprise people because without this dude, Stoops is no longer here. If you can't put Steven Johnson number 2, Steven Johnson beat Tennessee. If you can't put Steven Johnson number 2, you and I will have a long debate. Then I'll put Will Levis number 3. Then I'll put Terry Wilson number 4. That's how my lineup goes. If I'm off the top of the dome, and I'm gonna say this: Steven Johnson. Are we going by just straight quarterback skills, or are we going by quarterbacking? Because this is totally different.
Quarterbacking. I don't think
you know what I'm saying. Like, can he throw the ball well? Like, does he look pretty and can he do this and that? The quarterback skills that like a Peyton Manning. I don't give a damn. I'm trying to win games. And if you look at the Steven Johnson's team compared to these guys come out later, he played with less.
Yeah.
And without him, we don't start this down streak of bowl games and winning 7 games. Because the guys before him, we win 5 or 6 games in a row, then we go on a fucking 6-game losing streak. If you remember the years before him. And then we get him and we beat fucking Tennessee and we win games we ain't supposed to. No. He's number 2 to me, then Will is number 3.
CC143 say, damn, what you say. Because like you said, if it comes down to who playing quarterback, because was that you? Oh no, dude at work wanted to give Lynn Bowden credit for playing quarterback. Like you won the games with him at quarterback.
Yeah.
So, and the numbers he put up, either although they were rushing yards.
Yeah.
Shit, Tommy Frazier ain't throw a whole lot of damn balls.
I mean, I still wouldn't put him in front of those guys. He might be number 5.
Okay.
Which is pretty damn good. You can be top 5 quarterback and top 5 a receiver. That's pretty damn good.
See, USM Cat fan says Steven Johnson couldn't. Steven
Johnson.
Because it sounds like I said Stevie, which means I'm talking about the receiver. So Steven Johnson couldn't complete pass in the red zone. So he's kind of sounding like, is that a coordinator thing?
Yeah.
If you can't, if the knock on you is you can't complete, are you calling the right plays? Like, are you calling scheme? Because somebody on this podcast always talks about Will Levis intermediate routes. So if we on the 15-yard line or the 12, am I comfortable with you fitting them windows? No. Oh, here come Van with numbers. Van's a numbers guy, y'all. Van has become a numbers guy. So
you know damn well
hey, when he started looking to the side, his glasses got that glow in it. he's looking up something he's about to come to you with. But the one thing about him, man, and the one thing you get on this podcast is we are always honest about it. So he's gonna say, "Oh, damn," and he's gonna know that
Yeah, yeah. If I'm wrong,
That's
I'm
the
wrong.
look. That's the look right there. That's the look.
I'm gonna say this. I'm just thinking about it. Do you think this last year Will Levis affected his legacy more than if he would have just left?
What do you mean?
Because the reason why, like, I'm putting Will in my head, you know how you just don't think about it? You just go off of gut feeling. Will Levis, we all know Stephen Johnson had a shoulder issue, right?
Right.
And he pulled the down BJ on pause.
Yeah.
He put Billy Jack.
Oh man, that's the family show, man. I told
That's
you.
why I said pause. That's why I said that. He did the Billy Jack and played through injuries. Will not playing in the bowl game, does that affect his legacy? Is that a reason why I put Stephen Johnson in front of Will? I'm just being honest with myself right now.
But even having that opportunity, Will was a first round pick.
Okay.
Will was a top 4 pick. So, okay, the draft didn't require 4 quarterbacks to be picked in the first round. So, yeah, so I mean, we have had people. Well, you know what? Put it like this. Let me ask you this, Van. With that offensive line we had last year, would you play against the top team?
Okay.
Like the top team we played beat you up.
See, thank you. That's beyond valid.
Yeah. Right.
I got you. I'm gonna still put. I think Stephen Johnson's pulling us out of where we were to get us at least on top of the hump is what it's kind of like you paying homage to the guys who played before you.
Came before you, yeah.
Because without him, there is no Terry Wilson or Stephen Johnson, because they wouldn't have been here. They would be going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because their coaching staff wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So I'm giving him that much extra bump, and because of that.
Yeah. Well, I give you that. So
okay, question. Honest question. Liam Cohen came and left. And all the stuff I read about him coming back, he came back because he wanted to come back. Well, you know what I mean.
Right.
Do you think he's as patient as Brad White is? Do you think he'll stay here 5 years? And because someone just said something about Boley and Stone, which is the reason why I thought of this. Is he going to stay here long enough to see Cutter Boley play his 3 or 4 years here?
I think this time he will. I think he got to taste that NFL. You see, he ain't stay there long.
That's what I'm saying.
If you touch a hot stove, you keep your hand on there to see how much damage it's gonna do.
But that's NFL. That's
another school. No, you're not gonna have the autonomy you're gonna have here. Stoops don't want to. I got an inkling. I got.
Hey, hold on. Hey, these are the thoughts of Anthony White and Anthony White only.
Hey, I'm gonna deny this if I hear it anywhere, and don't y'all go on any other MF and podcast talking about this. I got a strong suspicion that Stoops making good money. He ain't around the facilities as much as he should be. Not should be. Could be, I should say. So when I say that, you and I we and I played for a head coach that didn't have nothing to do with the offense or the defense. You were just a manager. So if the defense messed up, you had no say so. Yeah. The offense messed up, all you could do is interview and reflect. So the autonomy that our coordinators have, and Brad White is good with his players, with his staff. Like they on point, he on point. Offensively, man, big dog at the bar when I'm out at the bar, man. White, man, what you want, man? What we getting in? So, and I think the only person really that was really in there with the pencil to the pad was our dude. Who was the coach that got fired? The coordinator to do
the coordinator?
Offensive coordinator before Liam.
Scangarello. Oh, before Liam. Eddie Gran.
So I think Gran was in there working on something because he knew he had to present something to the nation every week. Yeah. I think everybody else I got a strong suspicion everybody else was checking out. Man, I'm going, man, I got a massage appointment. And I think Stoops is doing that now. He relying on his coordinators. So I'm saying, if you're going to rely on your coordinators that much, I do think he gives White and Cohen that same thing. The thing is, White staff is tight. Like, they all know each other. They tight. You can tell by the way they coach and the way White, so, you know, the way he called. But Liam left, came back. Big Dog probably ain't got a problem because Big Dog got a nice, healthy contract. But at what point is it like, man, I gotta the dude who got the DUI was a receiver coach when he left the first time, right?
Yeah.
So I got a strong suspicion that he'll be here because he got autonomy. You won't have that a lot of places.
Yeah, he did. I can't remember if I read it or I saw a clip of it. He said something about someone asked him about the ability to call his own plays. And he's like, yeah, I didn't realize, basically, this just me paraphrasing, how much I would miss having that ability to call plays on game day.
Yep.
And I'm going to say this. If that's really your calling card, right? How much are you willing to give the weekly responsibility to somebody else, but then call the plays only on Saturdays? Because if he gets a head coaching job, that's what he's gonna have to do.
Who? All right. So you are reinforcing this.
Yeah, I'm just hoping. Here's what I'm hoping. This is my deal.
Good coordinators ain't gonna stay long. Shit. Saban changed coordinators all the time.
Right. This is my deal. And this is what I feel about a lot of people. And this is why I love Brad White. And I could be wrong with this assessment, but this is my assessment of him. He's a smart man who has values, whom also realized that maybe I don't want that smoke of being a head coach. I like becoming a leader of a certain group of men and only this group of men. I don't have to spread myself thin, worry about special teams, offense, recruiting, all that shit. I can focus on my group of guys, and this is what I'm great at. Could I be a head coach? Oh, sure. Why couldn't I be a head coach? But am I better? Am I best at being a DC? Yes. And to humble himself, to say, this is what and be honest with himself, this is what I'm good at, this is where I want to be, speaks volumes about him. Now, my question is Liam cut from the same cloth? Is he able to be humble enough to say, I'm greatest at this? Everybody wants to take a stab at being a head coach, but some people are really not built to be head coaches. It's a different animal.
Right.
Is he able to? I don't know if he could be a head coach. He could be. Is he humble enough to aware enough to humble himself for another few years to become the greatest OC that he can be before he takes that next step to be a head coach?
I think he is. And I think being under Stoops and being around Brad White, I think he will kind of get that whole demeanor of, let me adapt, but the one thing, you got to get some consistency around him. Only
right.
like you stated last week, the only consistency you got around him is big dog at tight end. And our tight ends ain't really an integral part of the offense because everybody talking about who's the youngster that played last year, young tight end that got a lot of play last year.
Dingle? Jordan Dingle?
Nah, the other one, the white dude.
Caddis.
I watched that's why I asked you last week. I said, is he number 84? I watched one play. He back there behind the running back. Getting business. So I'm like, man, all that tough shit cool. When ain't nobody really got no job to do. But so I'm saying but like you said, if he stays here 3, 4, 5 years, he gonna get to pick the parts that work around him, that stays around him. Because like I said, the wide receiver coach, I don't know how good the wide receiver coach is. We gonna know this year. If our receivers don't get no better, just like they wasn't, we blame a lot of them on the quarterback.
Speak on it.
But Wandale had no problem getting open, getting balls. Why everybody else had a problem? Wandale came with the toolbox.
Speak on it.
Nah, man, go ahead, man. I got kids I got to talk to tomorrow. Go ahead, you can reiterate, man.
Look, no, I've said on this show. I don't know, but it's interesting how people pick and choose whom they get upset with. Someone who said in this thing about Scangarello has a problem, has an issue. It's not the ability to call plays. There's other things that affect Scangarello. I'm going to say this. Can you honestly say, I'm just throwing out a question, no shade, did the wide receivers get better last year?
No. Tavion Robinson didn't even play in the last 2 games.
I mean, like you said, right? Wan'Dale Robinson already came. Shit. We could coach Wan'Dale Robinson, right?
Right.
We already got it, right? But who else in that receiving room got better that year? Because it was like they didn't have some talent, but no one got better. And this is what I'm going to say because we're in the locker. And Anthony don't want to show his face because he's scared I'm going to say something crazy. Sometimes there are people whom can coach a position but can't teach a position. I can tell you what you're supposed to run. I can tell you if they come in quarters and do this, you're supposed to run this. There are brilliant minds who can do that. But can I teach you the position? Can I teach you how to get off the line of scrimmage? Can I teach you how to press the leverage of the defensive back? Can I teach you how to stem off a release? Those are things those are skill sets you have to teach. Does he know what he's doing? Hell yeah. Shit, he was a quarterback. But can he teach the position? As I've said, there are football coaches or track coaches or basketball coaches, but then there are coaches who coach the sport. There's a difference. And I'm not sure that I got to see more proof that he's a true wide receiver coach, not a guy who just coaches wide receivers. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just asking the question. Because now I'm gonna get on my because a lot of motherfuckers, that's Van Hals talking, got on Chris Collins a couple years ago when he just got here. Oh, he can't recruit. Oh, he can't. Give him some time. So, like I said, I'm going to give my man Woody some time, but he's had 2 years. And I'm going to just say, as Anthony looking side-eyed, I'm looking side-eyed. But that's just real talk. All right. I'm off my soapbox.
You gonna call on my facial expressions? I'll take them off the screen. Damn that. Hey, look, man, look. I'm not here to get taken off the air because nobody really cares about us, and I ain't here to get nobody's job being looked at. So, Woody, I believe they should have took my boy Yeasty over there. I probably could have coached receivers.
Cobby,
I ain't got.
It's gonna be interesting to see how many screen fucking plays are called next year. And y'all better complain about it. Even if the shit is successful. Even if they go whatever. First down. I've seen fucking Tennessee call 3 fucking screens in a row until you fucking stop it. Sometimes I want people to understand it's not the play that's called, it's the execution of the play. So let's see if y'all gonna be as patient when Liam calls damn bubble and tunnel screens like Scangarello called. We will see.
That's a good point, USM Cat fan. Because you think about Tim Couch, all the coaches that was around Tim Couch became great coaches.
Facts.
Sonny Dykes, Mike Leach, Tony Franklin coach Jared Goff, and Chris Hatcher. You were right. That is a good point. You got a good quarterback, you're going to make him a good quarterback. Screwdriver. Go ahead.
As a guy who's now actually coaching, if you ain't got down, if you ain't got unbelievable talent, that's one, or high IQ guys, you're not going to be successful as a coach. It's really that simple. Now, on the high school level, you can kind of create a culture and get guys come in. You might be in a community school. You just get all the guys in your community. But still, if you ain't got some dogs or some high IQ players, you're just not going to be good. I'm on a team. We got 400 people in the school. Not a lot of football players. They all academia. I'm just being honest. Not a lot of football players. We have 50 people out of 400 kids in the high school. So think about that. There's only 50 players out, 400 people in high school. Mm-hmm. If I've heard coaches say that they have had rougher time coaching with unbelievable talent, but they win. I would rather have the talent, because even though they might not have high IQ, you can't coach a guy who can run a 4.3. I can't make the guy run a 4.3. He's coming to me run a 4.3. I can't create a guy who can 40-inch vertical. He comes in with a 40-inch vertical, right? So sometimes I believe, and I said this many times, like coaches take credit for stuff that they shouldn't take credit for. Oh my God. Nobody knew. Okay. That's
hold on, Van. And Cobby Cobb always got my back.
Yeah,
Cobby Cobb's defense. We ran screens just to tire off we ran sideline just to tire the defense line in the second half. Now, mind you, when Yeasty catch one on the screen, he probably gonna get you 12 to 15 every time. At least 215 every time.
I can show you some plays where there were some people who didn't give a damn about helping their brother out. I'm gonna say this. There were some issues in that wide receiver room because it looked like some people just didn't want to block for some people.
Yeah. I don't know if it wasn't me getting the ball. Maybe it was if I'm not getting the ball type thing. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Yeah,
There was. I see some people either didn't go to the right guy, which when you do it once, okay, you made a honest mistake. But when you do that multiple games,
yeah,
there's a mission.
And that's what Van is talking about, moonshine. It's all about that execution. If everybody, and here's the thing, and this is what I was telling people, and this is what we're gonna be this year. Here go another thing. Here's another. We gotta find. So you can't tag? Is there any way to tag like your words where it's copywritten, copy spoken?
I think you.
So that's why I keep saying if I hear this anywhere else, these are my thoughts. And if you hear it somewhere else, you share it with somebody, and I hear it through because I've been hearing stuff come up, stuff that I've said before.
Mollywop? Have you ever heard that? I'm sure somebody's using that.
I ain't ever mollywop, but I got mollywop from somebody, but I ain't. Here's the thing. See, now I lost my doggone point.
My bad.
It was about execution. I don't know. I'll come back to it. I'm sure they'll come back to me.
Yeasty? Screens? Couch? Knowing it was something about if the defense know the play, they still can't stop it. It doesn't matter what the play is.
Nah. It was something to that effect. I'm just gonna let the tune roll. It'll come back to me.
I'll say this. I know teams that ran the same fucking play. Just out, that's Van talking, out of different formation.
That's me.
And kept it moving. Like there's sometimes, I mean, if you look at Tennessee playbook. Now I don't know if they just call route numbers. When I was in Little League, we call route numbers, left to right. We ran two back. What you laughing at? Oh, that's wrong.
You was in cat fan on one, man.
We ran pro set, and I would call the route to the X and to the Z. 37, whatever. 30, well, it'll be 38, I think. And that's how we call the routes, right?
Right.
So I wonder if Tennessee just calls the routes. There's a queue, whatever, there's a card or something that does their routes. Tennessee offense isn't that complex. It's not like they running a crazy combination of routes. They only have about probably 3 running plays, to be honest with you. And some routes. They just run them out of different sets.
That's all the air raid was.
Right. Facts.
Right. Yeah, so I would do the same thing if we was a 2-back or if I was in the slot and there was a single back. Like it just you flip the play and you just run whatever to the wide side of the field. That's what you want to do. I mean, football ain't tough, man. So somebody got on me one day on Sunday morning sports talk because I've only coached peewees in middle school football because that's all I wanted to do. Like I don't want to coach high. I don't want to coach high. I've been asked. I've absolutely been asked. Believe that. And it's like, well, you're talking about. Now here's the thing, dude. All I was telling you was a philosophy, and my philosophy yielded the highest scoring middle school. And I understand. Oh, that's only middle school. Apples. I'm
about to say, right.
I got the results I wanted. So if I didn't get the results I wanted, I would have had to change that.
And middle school is harder because you only have them for 2 years.
Yeah. And, you got guys who don't know, hey, run a post route.
Right.
Or hey, get inside leverage or make sure you keep containment. Now you got guys who, but so basically, like you said, it goes down to, hold on, man. Dang, the chat thing going too fast. Hold on, y'all got to slow up on the chat, man. Y'all killing me. You're killing me, Biggs. Hate the trash players, current players. Hate the trash. Last game. Flax played out of position. Everybody played out of position. Now Manning from Van's hometown, I give Manning. Y'all can do that. Wait a minute, was Manning from Ole Miss or from
Auburn?
Okay, all right. So okay, but no, we don't bash players here. Period. Like we try to give you educated opinion on why things didn't go right, but we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna bash
SOB stuff
unless you do some outlandish stuff, and we tell you like Charles Barkley, that's terrible. But now Manning was terrible. Manning was terrible for that 1 year. Then called himself coming out early. Flax was playing out of position and trying to help his team out. There were so many holes. Was Flax playing out of position?
Yeah, I mean, he was a left tackle. He played right tackle.
Point is, everybody's playing out of position.
And playing left and right is different.
Manning is the one who came in and they just plugged you in somewhere. So basically, you shouldn't have been. If you was terrible at the position they plugged you in, we might have should have just took old Frosh and let him just cut his teeth and use Manning as the backup. But you can't do that. I think once you get somebody out of the portal, that's a fifth-year player.
And when you get off the portal, you have to keep them.
Well, yeah, we could have kept him. Well, yeah, we could have kept him. I didn't know that. Well, if we had to keep him, he could have been coming off the bench.
Well, yeah.
Trash. Yeah. No, I'm not saying that.
No. Look, I've said this since this is football. Obviously, we're going over. If you have played football before, for example, Melvin Johnson was a dog, but I love playing with Reggie Russ more because he always had my back in the pass game. Reggie could go from sideline to sideline in a heartbeat. Reggie was probably the damn fastest DB in the room. If I'm Jeremy Flax in my first year starting in the SEC, and I got a guy who's not solid next to me, it's going to make me look even worse. That's all I'm saying. We all expected Manning, me included, to be an anchor. So if you have an anchor next to a guy who's new, this anchor can help this guy look pretty good. But when this anchor is suffering, this guy's going to really suffer. And I think that was what happened to Flax is the guy inside of him didn't help him out at all. And I can point out some plays for you.
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is Anthony White of the Locker.
Uh-oh.
Who is this, Scott Gregory? Oh, you said, and Tayshaun Manning is in NFL camp right now? Well, let me ask Van about that. Scott Gregory's on the phone and online and says that Tayshaun Manning is in NFL camp right now. Is that a compliment to what Tayshaun Manning has done? Or is that a compliment to the big blue wall who's put offensive linemen in the NFL for the past 4 or 5 years? And they just felt like, well, and our offensive line coach did go to Alabama. And hello?
Hello?
Oh, yeah, you did say right now. Okay. Yeah, so he said, I'm gonna just make sure he said right now, Van. Because I don't know what's gonna happen in September. But go ahead.
Huh? What?
He could have stayed another year.
Oh, Anthony, you just because I gotta look this up. You just said something because we both know how the NFL works. And what I'm looking for is I want to see where on the depth chart he is. Tayshaun Manning.
Mr. Gregory, can you please hold?
Tayshaun Manning. I'm looking at Tayshaun Manning is third. All right.
Mr. Gregory, if you can focus back on the screen, Van is about to give an explanation, but it sounds like he's not in a position to be playing, but we will get back to
it. So when you are number 3, you are typically running with guys whom are the same caliber as you because they're probably rookies, undrafted free agents, or second-year guys whom have not forged their way into the league yet. So you are going to look really good going against the guys that you just competed against. You know, when the league, when you get exposed, is when you start playing with guys who've been in the league 8, 6, 7, 8 years. That's when your ass get exposed, because now you're playing against guys whom has gone through the rigors, who have a routine, who knows what the NFL is about, and they're going to expose you. So if he was a backup, he balling. Even the backups, dude, there is a drop between 1 and 2s. I'm just being honest with you. Unless you're in a rotation with defensive line, there's a drop. The receivers, there's a drop. The running back, there's a drop. But when you run with 3s, I'm going to give you an example. I ran with 3s in preseason, and I played very well because I was going against like-minded players. Had a couple blow-ups. I mean, I knocked a pulling guard on his ass. It was all great. Wow, whoa, whoa, wow. All right. First regular season game, I was in dime. I was the hole player or the robber player. They ran a crossing route. The DB coach, Lowe, said, "Oh, I thought you was going to kill him." Dude, he ran by me like this. when I broke, the difference in speed and the difference in the quarterbacking, dude, I'm in the hole. I am there. I've been practicing it, been blowing people up. Oh, it looks great. That first game, that motherfucker, dude, I didn't lay a fingertip on him. That's the first time in my life where I missed, where you could literally not say it was a missed tackle because I didn't touch him.
Right.
Dude, he was gone. So I want people to understand, if you're not with 1s or 2s, when you get to that third level, that's
yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
It is different.
You just hanging on. They can keep one of y'all.
So the add-on to this is some players are just camp players. You got to realize that too. They need to fill out a 80-something player roster so they can rest the big boys. So some players are really just there for camp.
Yeah.
I will say this. Look at it this way. If your favorite player makes it on a practice squad, someone sees something in him. But if he doesn't, and he just goes, like, if he's in a camp this year, the next year he's in a camp, gets cut. Next year he's in camp, he's cut. He is labeled as a camp player.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. You just filling up a spot.
Hello?
I'm just saying.
Mr. Gregory. Oh no, I knew you were just joking. I just found it entertaining for the show, so I just posted it on social media. Oh, you responding now? Okay, bad. It's amazing. Yeah. hey, Mr. Gregory, we're not here to beat up the kids, man. Now we're not here to beat up the kids. But honestly, I think he could have stayed an extra year. We could have used him. It could have helped, but I don't want people to think that I thought that you were saying he's in the NFL camp and we are bashing. No, we're not bashing him, but I do understand your point about him being in the NFL camp, and I appreciate your call. Thank you for calling. That's what we do on Sunday morning. We appreciate your call. That's when somebody got a bad call, you always appreciate their call in the middle of their call.
Hold on. C-Rod ran with number 1s? Was that because
I think he did get some first quarter reps.
That's gonna be it. He is. Look, I'm gonna say this for him.
It's gonna be rough for him though, because hold on, man. This is the first. So they won, and 2 backs probably wasn't getting no reps. I know the one because they run by committee. They committee. They might play 3 backs in the game.
Isn't Brian Robinson there?
Robinson and
the guy, didn't they get a guy from Maryland or something?
No, I'm saying last year it was Robinson and another cat. Cause on fantasy, I had one of them, and when he got hurt, I had to pick the other one up. Robinson from Alabama, right?
Yeah. Oh, Antonio Gibson.
Gibson, that's what it was. Robinson and Gibson. Them was the two that was them the two primaries.
Yeah. Now here's a great thing about this is the greatest thing about that. All right. This is the awesome thing about C-Rod getting with ones. He's got film on deck, so now people can see him. He ain't just going against threes. He ain't just going against the scrubs. They got film on him going against NFL talent.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if he gets the number 3 running back, he has a real high chance of making a team, and he can play special teams. He got to be able to be a personal protector and punt team. He's got to be or be a tackle and punt team. He's got to be able to be on punt return.
Yeah.
If you a third running back and can go on those, he's got a shot.
And they call, hey, Scott. Hello, Mr. Gregory. You had another comment? About Valentine? All right, let me ask Van about it. All right, appreciate your call. Thank you. Scott Gregory said, Van, your boy Valentine is showing out in Green Bay. What you got to say about that? Uh-oh. Yeah, lost words. I ain't never seen him at a loss of words. Uh-oh.
That's a hard one.
Uh-oh.
That's a hard one.
They say he balling. Did you watch?
No, he got. I mean, in NFL, I would say this: he made the catch, he made the pick. Because some people like yours truly.
Come on, man. Hey, man, you ain't work out the right group.
I dropped a lot of picks in college, so at least he made the pick.
Right.
And I still had 8 in college. I want people to understand it because I fucking hate the shit where people just think I was just a physical corner and then do shit but just hit people. I fucking had 8 picks. Fuck. He has a chance, but it's, dude, again, when you go with them fucking starters, because I'm not sure if he can be nickel. Can he be a nickelback? Carrington will make the team. I think Carrington is one of the guys who's definitely gonna make the team out of this draft class.
Yeah, Mr. Gregory, I think he just answered your question. Okay. All right, thank
you. We'll see. I think he has a chance to make it. Dude. This is what I'm gonna tell you about me.
Manos de Concreto.
I had 8 interceptions and only returned 2 of them. So that means I was fucking diving off my feet, doing something crazy. So I only returned 2 because I couldn't return the other ones because I was down. I had about 5 or 6 where I had 1 house call. I could have had at least 2 more. I just dropped them. I wish I had a USM because I'm telling you, dude.
You got the wrong bottle, huh?
There's 2 plays in my history that I wish I could have back. And one was against, was it South Carolina or was it Van? One was definitely against Van.
USM Cat fan.
They called Biscuit. And the other
one. They called you Biscuit?
No.
I thought it was Toast.
I was called Toast. Yes, I was. My freshman year, I was called Toast. Chris Ward playing Vandy my sophomore year when we lost to him by like 4 points. I broke on a curl route just like against Tennessee. I picked that one off though. I broke on a curl route. If Seaward doesn't get his hand in the air and block down a pass, that is pick 6. That's house call number 2.
Yeah.
I wish I could have that playback. But it is what it is. I should have had about 12 picks.
Yeah. I give you that. Yeah, Maybe you needed glasses. Maybe
I got them now.
on the ball. You had glasses then?
No. These are just reading glasses. I don't need glasses. I can still see. I just can't read the screen.
Oh.
Oh. No, that wasn't against Florida. That was against Clemson. That was Marty Moore in the Peach Bowl.
Are you talking about
the post route?
You talking about the post route with Chris Doering?
That was
he doing two things in 1 year, right?
Shit. That was enough. Whoo, boy! Now we get into just some history talk. Florida game. That was game number 2 in 1993. We picked off Terry Dean 6 times. And I was the backup free safety. I was a corner, but we had our backup safety did something. He was suspended. So I was the backup safety moving from corner to safety. Although I played safety pretty much in camp too. I kind of did both. So in that game, Melvin Johnson got hurt. I think he broke his forearm. So I'll never forget. Coach Smith had a decision to play the true freshman or to go with a vet and just move him to safety. He went with the vet. And the vet didn't run anything during practice at safety. They ran 2 verts against cover 2 the play before.
Skinny post or a vert? Or a vertical option.
It was a seam route. He kind of bent it. He bent it a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. And if you know cover 2 the way we run it, if number 2 goes vertical, the safety's got him. He's man to man. He should line up inside number 2 anyway. Well, the backup was a corner, didn't play safety in practice, didn't go through scouting report or anything like that. So they saw how the safety played the first route. They came back and called the exact same fucking route, exact same fucking formation, and he threw it to Doran as he bent it to the post, and that's how they scored.
Who was it, Steve?
Yep.
Yeah. Steve don't mess around. That's where I get my coaching style from.
Whoa, Steve who?
Spurrier.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, yeah. Forget the other side of that you was asking me there. Because we're not here for that. We're not here for that.
So that's a play I would like to have over because I truly believe if I was playing safety, I don't think Anthony knows there's no game that's too big for you when you don't start. The game has already been playing. You win the game. I was on special team. I'm not all looking at the thing now. It's in the damn third, fourth quarter. Right. And I think Coach Smith still regret that, but I wish I would have had that opportunity because it was in the middle of the game. Shit. And we already picked their ass off 6 times. 6 times. So that's one play that I wish we had. That would have been my first live action as a DB would have been against Florida.
Yeah, but it was good to get some offensive action going. Apparently, if y'all had 6 picks, sheesh.
Dude, 6 picks, man. I think we only scored 20-some points.
Dude.
I think we scored 17. Was the final score 24? I think we scored 23. It might have been 24, 23 was the final score, something like that. Yeah, losing Melvin hurt.
Yes. Your son broke his wrist twice and his forearm once. I will relay that to the show.
You are stupid, man.
And said her son broke his wrist.
You are stupid.
His forearm. I ain't had any. I broke a rib once, but I ain't tell that. I said, "Hey, that's what that's probably why I'm commitment phobia. I broke my rib once. And my attachment to women ain't there."
You stupid. 24-20. We picked the ball off 6 times. We only scored 20 points.
Sheesh.
Yes, that was that Peach Bowl team, Scott. We fucking picked them off 6 times and only scored 20 points.
Unless y'all picked them off in the red zone, then that's a little different. But Yeah, he should be able to come away with a little bit more than that.
That season, bro.
What's that, Miss Andrew? Oh, he was playing football. I assume that from you being on this podcast that he was playing football when he broke his wrist twice. Did he do it in one play? Is that what you're saying? And you know we love you to death, Miss Andrew.
Yeah, and come on now. Yeah, that's a true soldier. I'm gonna say this. This is how
talking. I gotta let you go. All right.
I'm sorry. Now you got me reminiscing about my time. This is how people look at Coach Curry's reign and don't understand how close we were to being crazy. We won 6 games that year, right?
That one horseshoes or I know you about to pull out this whole thing on how the games could. All right, go ahead.
That's the same
loss. Coach kicked me off the team.
We lost to Florida 20-24 on the last second play. That's a win. That's 7, right?
Yeah.
The Indiana game I don't even want to talk about. Then we win 3 games. Bro.
Y'all lost to Indiana and Vandy?
We lost to Indiana, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. We lost to fucking Indiana next week. That's what I'm about to say. So now we're going on a 3-game winning streak. We win at South Carolina. We beat Ole Miss, and we beat LSU. We lose to Georgia 28-33 at Georgia. That was Eric Zaire. I don't want to talk about the game. We should have won that game. Then we fucking lose to Vandy 7-12. We scored 7 fucking points against Vandy. If you don't count the other game, that Florida and Vandy game, that gets us to 8 fucking wins. And remember, we only played 11 back then.
Right.
We should have been fucking 8-3. We fucking lost to Vandy 7-12, dude. Dude, 7-12.
What you think Vandy?
How you score 12 points?
Vandy
how
probably
you score 12 points?
Them motherfuckers shouldn't have been that close to us.
Anthony, how you score 12 points? Well, what's the options?
Oh, you had 4 field goals? Unless y'all miss extra point.
Dude, come on, man.
Man, the Hoosiers can do what they want to do to us. I remember Yeezy scoring 4 touchdowns on them in the first half. And like 200 and some yards and 1 half. Ain't got nothing.
5 touchdowns that game or something?
Huh? He only had 4.
Did Yeezy score 5 touchdowns that game or something?
No, he threw 4. No, he caught 4 and Tim threw out 6. Okay, all right. I think Tim threw 6 and he caught 4. And I had 119 yards. I had 119 yards. One thing they don't talk about that, A. White had 119 yards rushing at the half.
Damn.
Yeah. And you know I don't get nothing but about. Yeah. So we beating y'all up past it. Beat him up. All right. So before we get out of here, man, we got to get up out of here. One of us got to work in the morning. One of us is on Eastern Standard Time. One of us on Central. Last thing we had to talk about here. And this is, and I'm sorry your son got hurt playing football. What position did he play? Post that because I need to know that. But he did seem like a soldier that he withstood those injuries. I had broken ribs. I don't know if Vans ever had an injury besides concussions. But I didn't want to seem insensitive to your son. When you call, I had to get off because Van was talking. But I'm back to the subject. Anthony Brown, they got Anthony Brown as the next man on deck. Like Anthony Brown is the next man in on receiver.
Period. Inside slot receiver, outside receiver. Okay.
Dude, so we got Tavion Robinson who's leaving this year.
Yeah.
We got Dane Barry and got to come back unless NIL take him somewhere else. So if we bring Anthony Brown in, is our covers that bare? Now, I'm not saying Anthony Brown ain't nice. I'm sure the boy is nice. I'm sure he's nice. But as our covers that bear, where we had 2 freshmen start last year, and they bring another freshman in here to back them up, and we had a mass exodus at the end of this year.
That's you just said the reason why he's playing, because you got what, our boy Crowders, and that's it, right? That's it. Everybody else left.
Now I'm on pause. Like, well, no, not really, because if we don't put them in harm's way too much, but if one of them happen to get hurt, sheesh.
Well, what's his name transferred? The track guy. He left to Texas A&M.
His little ass, when he got hit, he was done.
I'm just saying.
Anthony Jordan.
Yeah.
And with a name like Anthony Jordan, I love that. The first name of a great, the last name of a great.
Facts.
He was gonna be great. You just look at hey, and I don't want to be out of turn, but Van look like he over there rolling some weed. The way our show goes, and he just kind of saying his eyes. and Van ain't on none of that. Neither one of us on none of that, actually. But the way we talking, you just looking down the whole time. It remind me of OGs at Twinsburg High School rolling a stick.
I don't know if I'm rolling tape.
I ain't had no concussions. Hey, Scott, ain't nobody ever got a square one on me.
That's true.
In high school, Kim Herring did. That was the only person ever.
Oh, whoa! He played against Kim Herring?
He from the crib. Like, he was our rival.
Damn.
In high school. He was in St. Louis when I got there. Was he in St. Louis when he was there? I thought he came the year I got there. No, he was the Navy.
No, he came here.
Yeah. All right,
man. It's almost 11 your time. I know.
You keep looking down. I don't know what you're looking down for, man. You got me thinking like my people back at the Berg, man.
Let's take, man. Let's take.
We about to get out of here because I don't know what the hell you're doing. You never answered the question. Was the point?
Well, what was the question?
Well, you said I answered the question. I guess that was the conclusion.
Well,
about Anthony Brown being the next man in, like him being like we got a new dude being the next man in, and
I'll just say this. Obviously, this support that got me. Obviously, he's a high IQ guy, because if he's able to pick up the inside and outside, that says how good he is, IQ wise.
That's like interchangeable routes.
Not really. Not really. You think it is?
I don't know. I think Liam is successful because I think his stuff is simple.
It's simple.
I think I was successful because my stuff is simple.
Okay. All right. Well, possibly.
If you pick, like everybody act like the air raid was cold. We just wanted to get you one-on-one with any of our players.
Right.
So it's not exotic. Like,
no,
you run this route.
Oh, it's not exotic.
We'll motion you out. You run this route.
When I came back to watch y'all play Louisiana Monroe, and Mommy had a sheet, a 4x6 sheet as his play card, I'm like, dude, it ain't that complicated because you can't put that much shit on the damn card.
Right. Yeah. So we all to the good, man. And that is it for a 2-hour show. Hour and 50-minute show of The Locker. Next time you come through, man, bring your friends, your girlfriend, mom, dad, sister, brother.
Your side chick, your side dude, all of them.
These thoughts of Van Hiles and Van Hiles alone. Like, subscribe, share, and follow Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, X, Facebook. We'll be back next week, and we're gonna get Coach Stu on here next week to give us an update on what's really going on with the O-line. It's gonna be Coach speak, but when we get him off here, we're gonna weed through what the reality of the conversation is. Show back up next week. We're going to do it again. We appreciate y'all for joining, commenting, and making the show fun. We'll be back next week. Peace.